out of control because we haven't had a budget. That's the bottom line. When you have a budget, when Congress passes a budget like they're supposed to, you have a certain amount of discretionary money, and then you have the entitlement funding. Entitlement being Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, so forth and so on. Those things that are specifically prescribed in law that if you meet that eligibility criteria, it's an automatic payment. Having a budget is the key. Because like I said, the real truth of the matter is of that discretionary pot of money, all of it is an earmark. It's just a matter of who is determining where the money's going. Whether a liberal bureaucrat is making the decision or whether it's a member of Congress.
This next question will first go to Mr. Crowe, then to Mr. Fontana, and then to Mr. Rouse, and then back to Mr. Crowe. Without mentioning your opponents or saying anything negative about them, tell us what about you personally makes you the stronger candidate to take on and defeat Mike McIntyre in November?
Well, I can't say anything bad. All right, I'll try to do it. Well, you know, I'm 66. They're mere children. They're 40. I've got 26 years of wisdom that they don't have. I've also been a part of the free enterprise system. I have not had a tax thing that I could go back to and say, oh, good, I'm just going to get a little bit, I'm going to get some more money to run a business or something. I've never had that. And also, I'm paying for this campaign myself, and I know that one's got 300,000, others got 300,000, but somebody wants something. I don't, you know, nobody has come up to me and said, Randy, can I give you $50 today? No, somebody, you don't get that unless somebody has got something in the back of their mind. So I think that puts me in a different, and maybe I can talk about the oil business. I was in it for years. Years. Did you know that natural gas is selling for $2 an MCF and that there's 6 of those in a barrel? That's $12 for a barrel of oil, and that is, I mean, that's the equivalent. This is natural gas. They're giving it away. You don't want to drill offshore when they're giving it away, but you ask, why in the heck is natural gas being given away and oil is $100 a barrel? It's price fixing. That's what's going. But I know a lot about the oil business, and also I'm going to be out of there in 8 years or less. I'm not a professional politician. I have no interest in being a professional politician, and I think that the thing goes to money. The problem with this country is money in politics, and you pay for it yourself, you're going to get something different than if somebody else pays for it.
I have 11,000 people that are expecting something from me. I have 11,000 people that have given us a contribution. I have 11,000 people that are expecting me to go to Washington and kick some tires. Because they know that that's what I do. There's a lot we could talk about, so in the 40 seconds that remain, I just want to tell you about a choice that I made on a day that you'll never forget. And it was September 11, 2001, when I had a fancy house and a fancy life and a fancy job and a fancy business. And I saw buildings burning where I used to work because terrorists killed friends of mine. And I made a decision in a moment that I would leave all of that, that my wife would have to relocate with me, and that I would get a bad haircut so that I could go kick some tires. And I did. I offer you that because in the end, these choices are going to be about character and who do you want representing you and protecting you and your family. And I have proven to you when you weren't looking that I will put my country first, even if it kills me. And it almost has. And it's been worth it every single time.
Mr. Rouse.
You know, I think we're all good men here, and if we were to check the box on issues, we would probably agree on 98% of the issues. The key is, though, you gotta be able to win. I'm the only candidate in this race that has won contested elections. I had a very tough primary in 2008, was outspent 2-1. All the negative stuff you could imagine on TV. In fact, my grandmother called me and she said, "David, I did not know." And I said, "Grandmother, I didn't either." I won 70-30. I won a race in 2008 against a very, very popular Democrat. Widespread name ID, high favorables. Everybody was betting I was going to lose. I won. I won because of the Jesse Grants. All those years that I worked for Senator Helms, I built a reputation. I built a reputation of providing solutions. That's how I won in 2008, and it's how I'll win in the fall of 2012.
Thank you. Mr. Clark?
I guess, in my 1 minute that I have left on this, I would say that we're talking about Social Security. There have been people, Mike McIntyre voted for to have contributions. People talking about you can't have Social Security unless you have contributions. You can talk it till you go to the end of the time, but some of my competition is not talking or talking about things, but I haven't heard them say increase the contributions. If you don't have Social Security, if you don't say that you are going to support and support it, and I mean by that, put the contributions back, I don't believe you're going to beat Mike. I believe that you have got to be supportive of Social Security contributions, and it's not an entitlement, it's not a tax, it's a contribution, and if you don't have that, I think you're going to have a heck of a hard time beating Mike.
Thank you. Mr. Pantana mentioned September 11th, and I think that we would be remiss tonight, in the few minutes that we have remaining, not to give our candidates an opportunity to talk about national security. So, kind of for the final question before we go to the comments, I wanted to ask you, in your view, what is the single biggest threat to America's national security, and how do you think that we should address that threat? How would you address it when you will be serving in Congress?